Alright, hey you guys, it is TsubakiSwagg. I'm coming to you with my first review of Fairy Tail. I finally caught up to it, and I'm completely caught up to the anime and the manga, so so happy. And like watching this episode, I fangirled all over the place because I remember reading this part where they show Atlas, and I was just like, Atlas is in this episode. He's my favorite dragon. But this episode was so freaking awesome, and there are so many things that I want to say. Like just watching this episode, finally watching an episode after catching up to the manga, and seeing so many things shown in the opening, and just being in awe of actually have been able to catch up to Fairy Tail after catching up to it for so long. Been working on it for some months now. I think I probably started like last year, and I'm finally caught up. I never thought I was going to catch up to Fairy Tail. Next one is One Piece, and that was probably going to be a very long time, but One Piece is a very long ongoing show, so I know I have a while to catch up to that one. But I was just like, yay, I'm finally caught up to Fairy Tail. It's a relief finally being caught up, and there's just, like I said, there's just so much stuff that I want to talk about, but I don't want to spoil it for the people who don't read the manga. So yeah, this episode was so freaking awesome, and just I don't even know where to begin. It was just so amazing seeing how well Gray and Natsu can work together when they're actually working together, and the fact that they have each other's back. Like when the bird came up out of nowhere and ate the demon that he was fighting. I cannot remember his name. His name is really not that important. But I also want to say, did anybody else notice that his bandana looks surprisingly like Kaneke's mask from Tokyo Ghoul? Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But this episode was just awesomeness. So after Gray finally figured out that he could channel the ice within his body and use it as a weapon, and he literally fried the demon and the bird came and ate him, it just made me so happy. And there's so many hints to that, like even just showing Silver's face, and the fact that Gray is compatible with that person's magic means something. It has to mean something, doesn't it? So that is just one big hint right there. But I'm not going to talk too much because I feel like I'll probably say something that I don't need to say. But this episode, I really literally screamed at the top of my lungs when they showed Atlas. Like Atlas is like my favorite all-time favorite dragon. Just the fact that he was the only one that helped during the Eclipse mission, and it's just amazing. Atlas is freaking awesome, and I'm so happy that they actually showed him, and they showed him talking even though he was kind of out of it. But that's okay though, because Atlas is still freaking awesome. But there's so many things I want to say that I can't say because I don't want to ruin it for everybody. Just this episode. So we also saw like a softer side of Flare, which is always great because I mean, after what happened in the Magic Games, and she was pretty brutal to Lucy, and now you see her like helping them and crying for her village and for her clan, even though she's technically not a part of the clan. They took her in as their own and raised her and just made her who she was until she up and left, and then she kind of ruined it. So I mean, that one was on her, but Flare is still pretty freaking awesome, and she's a powerful person. Like, she is freaking amazing, even though she is a creep sometimes. Most of the time. Actually, all the time. Yeah, all the time. But it's okay though. She'll be alright. So yeah. This episode was so freaking awesome, and I feel like I'm just fangirling all over the place because this is my first Fairy Tail review. So yeah, y'all are going to be getting a lot more from me. But I would love to hear, for those of you who don't read the manga, I would love to hear, like, what do you think the demon meant when he said that y'all opened it? Y'all know opened it now, and now pretty much that fairy tale brought the world to an end. What do you think he means by that? And how do you think things are going to turn out with Urza and Minerva? Because we already know that they're going to fight again. It's pretty much inevitable. But how do you think things are going to turn out with that? Who do you think Silver is? Like, what possible connection does Silver have to Fairy Tale, or why is he so significant at this point? I'm just sad. I'm so sad that Atlas is gone. Like, all of his memories and thoughts were gone after he literally used the last little bit of power he had left to unthaw the whole village. So the fact that with the help of Natsu and Gray, Atlas was able to unthaw the whole village and just bring life back to them with that little bit of magic he had left is freaking amazing. Like, it is crazy how powerful Atlas really is, which is really freaking awesome. But this episode, I'm just so sad that Atlas is gone, because like I said, he is my favorite dragon, and I feel like I am rambling like crazy, but it is because this is my first one. So I would love to hear how you guys felt about this episode, how you feel about the way things turned out. How do you think things are going to turn out with like Silver and meeting the other 9 demons of Tartarus, and how do you feel about Atlas finally being gone after 400 years of watching over this village? And how do you think things are going to turn out with Flare? There are just so many questions. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this episode, or even on Fairy Tail as a whole, since this is my first review. So yeah, so as always, please remember to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. It helps me out a whole lot. And this is TsubakiSwagg saying adios.